Miami just looks bad in this game. And last thing I'll say too about this game solidifies it to me that Mario Cristobal is essentially the ACC's James Franklin, or I should just say he's in that tier of James Franklin coaching. What's going on, everybody? My name is Daniel Augustin. This is Multi-Hyphenate AF. Before I talk about UM and SMU, please do me a favor and tackle that subscribe button for me right quick. All right, I got a goal to get to 10K by the end of the year. I am far away. It won't happen without your support. Now, listen. I'm feeling for Carson Beck right now. I'm going to keep it up. I feel bad for him right now. I do. Too many plays are not being made. And there comes a point where you're winning in spite of your quarterback or because of your quarterback. And the Hurricanes had been winning in spite of their quarterback. You can always tell. It's not always something the stat line will tell you, so to speak, but you can kind of always tell. Your quarterback sometimes is just the person that's the bus driver, or your quarterback is somebody that, you know, is, I don't know what to call it. It's not just a bus driver. It's not a chauffeur, so to speak. It's somebody who is, I guess, driving the Lamborghini to work. But there's always space for somebody else to get in the front seat and drive to. Yeah, maybe. Is that working? Pilot? Carson Beck is leaving so many plays on the field because of a lack of escapability, because of a lack of confidence. Certain quarterbacks are different makers. They're difference makers. They find the play within the play before the play actually finishes its entire progression. They can find it. They can read the defense. And before the play takes off, before hut, they already have a sharp idea, an educated idea of what you're going to do so that they can actually get the most out of their play, even before their play finishes developing. There is none of that with Carson Beck. He doesn't play the game with anticipation. And I think he got spoiled at Georgia. And I think one of the main things that I believe I see when I watch Carson Beck is I see the greatness of Kirby Smart watching Carson Beck. You see it. It's all over the tape. It's all over the tape. Kirby Smart cleaned up a lot of things for a lot of his players, defense and offense. When he knows he's got a weaker defense, he puts the pedal to the metal on offense. Pedal to the metal on offense, and let's try to put some musk on the bad secondary play right now by getting pressure on the quarterback. Even on this touchdown that Carson Beck, the first touchdown that he throws in the first quarter with 4 minutes, even on this first touchdown, he's still behind with this ball. There is no real, the receiver should not have had to stop and jump. He should have been able to run up under it. So there's still something about Carson Beck that's just lacking. There's a lack of a sense of urgency, a lack of a sense of energy. You see what Jackson Dart brings to the Giants? He's not perfect. He knows that. He knows he's not perfect. But you see what he brings to the Giants, where everybody can just feel like there's hope and they know that the quarterback is going to be out there giving it their all. You don't know what Carson Beck is out there thinking. Carson Beck seems like the kind of quarterback that might have some conversations with the therapist about his confidence. That's what I feel like I'm seeing on the tape. I don't really feel like I'm seeing somebody who is on the field in general, I don't really feel like I'm seeing somebody who is a leader of men. And, I'll say this too, when it comes down to the University of Miami, this game right here is so good for Rhett Lashley. This game right here is going to be why Rhett Lashley ends up getting that Auburn job. Maybe he goes to LSU. We'll see. But just about all of the guys that we're seeing here on this SMU roster, These guys are going to be playing for wherever Rhett Lashley goes, at least 20, 30 of them. All right, Kurt Signetti has already made it shown that that's kind of the way. That's how you create some consistency. You bring your main guys with you. Miami just looks bad in this game. And last thing I'll say, too, about this game solidifies it to me that Mario Cristobal is essentially the ACC's James Franklin, or I should just say he's in that tier of James Franklin coaching. I heard on, if I'm not mistaken, maybe College Game Day or somewhere it was reported that James Franklin is in discussions right now with Virginia Tech to go ahead and lock that job down. That is the best decision he can make. That is a man who has self-awareness. He's probably going to go get a really good job where he's in a conference. I think the ACC is a much better conference for James Franklin. It's wide open. Look at Louisville. Look at Virginia right now, dog. Any coach right now who really wants to just like turn up and like change their branding within like a 2 to 3 year span right now, the ACC is actually the hot spot. All right, you would think maybe Big 12. No, Big 12 is it. There, those coaches have a cultural foothold. Kalani Sitake, cultural foothold over there. Like BYU is built up. You know what I'm saying? To where they can put install a freshman in here, and we're going to be undefeated. You dig? Shocked what I'm seeing about Iowa State, but look at Arizona State, still in the running. Don't even got their quarterback and their main guy. Come on, dog. So, when I see Mario Cristobal, how he loses 2 games. Now, he just lost 2 games back-to-back now. He was a double-digit favorite in both of these games now. And, like, let's really think about this. Like, he just lost to Louisville. He got Louisville in the top 25, if I'm not mistaken. And he also just lost to SMU. SMU ain't even ranked. Them some bad losses for the U. As far as I'm concerned, there is no bowl game this year. That is crazy. 3 Florida teams, the top 3 Florida teams, and not one of them gonna smell the college football playoff for a second year in a row. USF is closer. That is wild. Dog, we got to talk about the coaching in South Florida. I think that's a whole nother video. Mike Norvell, Mario Cristobal, and insert name here at the University of Florida. Wow. Look, just to wrap my thoughts up on this loss, it's clearly over for the University of Miami. As far as any kind of college football playoff hopes, they're done in the ACC. They are cooked. They would need the ACC to implode right now, and I don't see that happening. Okay? They need multiple teams to lose twice. You're too far gone. All right? I do think Carson Beck still gets to the NFL, but I think he's gonna be a day 3 pick, and that's still needed. That's still important because we need people to work every job. We need a gas station attendant. We need somebody working at the fast food restaurant. We need somebody working at the fair. We need somebody working in the city government. We need every single one of these jobs filled. Period, point blank. And in the NFL, one of the most important jobs is the backup quarterback. We ain't seen J.J. McCarthy play yet. Every single one of the backup quarterbacks that's been in Minnesota have had the opportunity to become a starter somewhere, just about. All right? I think Carson Beck getting drafted to a team on day 3 is much better for him. I think Carson Beck probably does well to be drafted late by, say, Sean McVay or the Minnesota Vikings, a team that can use a quarterback that's seen a lot of starts and is around a coach that can develop the quarterback and talk to the quarterback and really get the quarterback to be on the same page with him and the offense and the defense and be in alignment. You would think that he would have got better going over there to the U, and he went over there to improve his stock from last season, and he didn't do anything to improve it. Nothing. This looks bad. This looks like Carson Beck of last year, who's just a little bit safer. But really, you're just in a conference where it ain't that many edge rushers like it is over there at the SEC. So maybe that's why you're not getting heated up as much. It's over for Miami. This is a big one for SMU. Congratulations to SMU. Mario Cristobal, Kingmaker. He really just helped Rhett Lashley get a huge win. I'm really looking forward to hearing where Rhett Lashley goes, especially if SMU does not make it through the ACC. That means that they won't be in contention late, and he can do whatever kind of interviews. I really wouldn't be surprised if he takes that Auburn job, because I know he got Auburn ties. So I wouldn't be surprised if he takes that job, especially after Hugh Freeze just lost to Kentucky. Things are toppling. I think I see it all ahead of schedule right now. Wouldn't be surprised if this is how it plays out. But guys, if you got to this part of the video, I really appreciate you. Would appreciate you 10 times more if you help me get to that 10,000 subscriber by just going ahead and just mashing that subscribe button real quick, so me and you can be locked in, and we can be a community, and we can be like one, unlike Carson Beck and his wide receivers. He got so many good wide receivers over there, and he just can't get the offense. He doesn't. Come on, dog. What are we doing? Crazy loss, terrible loss for the U. They started off so hot. They had College Game Day pull up. They was about to have College Game Day pull up again with FSU and Miami. Miami was about to put themselves in a position where they were going to reestablish themselves as that team. Mario Cristobal keeps getting close. What is going on? They reached on the Carson Beck thing. He's clearly not the guy. He's not making the plays that need to be made consistently. 2 years running now. Wow.